Hello guys, how are you? I hope nerves would have been settled down after giving the pre. So tough week for all the aspirants because have to study continuously before our pre-exam, and now pre is over. We are getting the calls. So what to do next? And many are saying that सर प्री अच्छा नहीं हुआ, क्या करें सर, प्री खराब हो गया, स्कोर नहीं बन रहा. So in general, irrespective of what I'm going to announce in this video, see, you need to understand, all aspirants needs to understand this aspect. Until unless it is your last attempt, or if you do not want to pursue further, then there is a need of concern. If you are in the preparation, if you want to continue your preparation, if you want to see yourself as an IAS and still you have attempts and you want to reappear, it hardly matters whatever is your pre-score. ठीक है ना? Might be you feel कि सर ऐसा कह रहे हैं कि hardly matter whatever is the pre-score. See, you have tried your best. Whatever the score is, first thing, no one can tell you with surety that this will going to be the cutoff. It's an all India competition. If someone is, few are claiming that 90 plus will going to be the cutoff score, what if the cutoff will be 85, or what if the cutoff will be 80? So first thing, it has been 15 years, I am saying every year cutoffs are being predicted, and every time these predictions go wrong. So irrespective of whatever your score is and you want to continue your preparation, you should not be too concerned and too worried. Okay. Another aspect what you need to understand about the preparation is, I don't think so anyone comes to prepare UPSC to qualify pre. Okay. Pre is a first stage. Without qualifying it, you can't write mains. But ultimately, how you will get a service? By your marks of your mains. So you have to score well in mains. Classical mistake committed by aspirants, committed by even by me during my days, that after pre, letting our shoulders down that we are not qualifying pre, as if we are here to qualify pre only, right? Qualifying pre boost your confidence, your esteem that you have qualified pre, but just keep your hand on your heart and ask this question to yourself before you are crying and saying we are not qualifying pre. Are you mains ready? If you are not mains ready, what you will do by qualifying pre? Just you will write mains and end up being more frustrated. Okay, I'm telling you, I've seen thousands of aspirants qualifying pre again and again, but never able to qualify mains, and aspirants who never qualify pre for many of the attempts, and in a single go they able to get into IAS. We have our own students who have done this, that not qualifying pre for even 5 attempts, and then in the 6th attempt entered into services as an IAS. Okay, so I hope you got the message that ultimately it is about mains, not about pre. Right? So if you want to continue your preparation, if you do not have your other engagements, it's time to prepare mains, irrespective of whatever the score of your pre will be. Let's say you are on the borderline 80, 81, 82, and you are not preparing for another 15-20 days. What if you will qualify? Then what? Second thing, even if you will not qualify, this will at least keep you engaged and keep negativity aside. So first thing, all of those who have given pre and want to continue their preparation of UPSC should start preparing for mains, so both GS and optional. So seek GS mentorship, where you will practice now on answer writing, and optional mentorship, whatever your optional is, for continuity in your preparation. By this time, I hope all of you are done with your optional. What you have done is you have just got a knack of the subject. Now it's time to consolidate and frame answers of the questions. ठीक है ना? So this video I'm announcing about the PSIR Crash Course, which we are starting from 13th of June. In these classes, we are going to focus on our answer writing skills, how to write good answers. Okay, we're going to do topic wise previous year questions, okay, of every topic. So And then there will be a test series, which is the part of the crash course. So in every class, so first thing, these classes are not for those who are not done with the subject yet. For them, we have our own separate foundation batches. Okay. So foundation is different. This is especially for those who are done with the optional and at least they have revised it at least one time. Okay. So in every class, I'm going to take few topics. We'll start from our paper 1 part A. So I'll tell you that these are the topics we are going to discuss in the first class. We'll start with the Western political philosophers. 4 or 5 philosophers we will discuss in a single day. You will get the schedule, revise your topic, and then come to the class and we'll go for the quick revision of these topics. Then we will discuss all the previous PYQs related to those topics, all the questions which has been asked on Plato, Aristotle, Machiavelli, Hobbes, Marx. So all the questions which has been asked, and then there will be a test. Okay. We start our test series in November every year. In this, we'll take 16 tests, 8 tests before pre and 8 tests after pre. So in this crash course classes, we're going to give you these 8 tests. Okay. Those who will join this, for value addition, will give you the model answers of these previous 8 tests also. Okay. So 8 tests we have commenced. This next test series will launch in coming November. Okay. So 8 tests we have completed. Rest of the 8 tests will be the part of the crash course program, and the model answers of the previous 8 tests we will give you with a part of this crash course itself for value addition. So there will be sectional test, 4 sectional tests and 4 full length tests. Okay. So this will going to be the flow of this particular course. Quick revision of the topics, then discussion on the previous year questions, and third, the test series in which you will get the value addition through content, and you will get the proper remarks that where you need to improve. Okay. I always use these words in my classes. My students are well aware of this terminology, which I always tell them that UPSC answer writing is not about right and wrong. Even if you, let's say you have written your mains in the last year, for sure you would have scored some marks. Okay. You got marks. Now the game is to improve your marks. So UPSC answer writing is not about right and wrong. You can't write wrong on any of these questions. If you have read it, you will write something. Now the thing is how to improve. So you need proper remarks on your answer. Until unless you're not getting the proper remarks on your answer, you will not improve. So only way to improve the quality of your answer is once you get a proper remark that where improvement is required and what should be the improvement. Okay. So as I said, let's say I'll take first scholar, philosopher Plato. We'll quickly revise Plato. All the important things which has been, all the important theories, all the important concepts regarding Plato. And then the PYQs. Now another thing which you need to focus here is, especially those who are going for their first mains, the way you study these topics in your foundation classes is totally different the way we need to study during our mains. First thing, from last 3 years, there has not been any question on this philosopher. And if, let's say, in your mains preparation, you are spending 1 complete day or 2 days to study Plato, it is sheer waste of time and energy. You just need few hours with important pointers. Okay. So we'll take all the previous year questions and we'll make the structures of these topics so that information should be in your mind, right? If you read these questions, you will see direct factual things being asked. Nothing technical, nothing which you cannot answer has been asked by a UPSC, right? State is an individual, writ large, Western thought, one might say either Platonic or anti-Platonic, but non-Platonic. Plato as an enemy of open society. So in these classes we'll focus, and on the structures of the answer, because I know you are aware of the content. Now, Plato as an enemy of open society, you have to comment. And comment in the light of whom? Popper. Personal comment you do not have to do. You have to comment in the light of scholar Popper, because it is he who has done or who has read Plato in detail. So Plato as an enemy of open society, Plato as in the works of Plato lies the origin of totalitarianism, Plato as first fascist. So the language of the question could be any, but the answer for these questions will remain same. So if we have to make a structure of this question, Plato as an enemy of open society, first you need to write in intro what open society means, right? Why Popper is saying that he is an enemy of open society? Why? Because of his hatred for democracy. Why? Because he suppressed the tradition of dialectics. Who is the father of dialectics? Socrates. And he suppressed the tradition of dialectics. He said power should be in the hand of philosopher king. No ordinance is superior than knowledge. So in the works of Plato lies the roots of fascism. Okay, and that is why he's seen as the enemy of open society. Other than Plato, in conclusion, you can say, who else Popper has said that are the enemies of open society? So this will going to be the structure of your answer, right? That is how we are going to discuss things in this particular crash course. Then paper 2, which students have a bit of fear that it is too dynamic. So we'll make you prepare your paper 2 in the best possible way. Why I have taken Indo-US? Because of the dynamics of Indo-US are in the news, right? India-US ties, some important opinions given by the diplomats and the scholars that you will get in the form of your model answers. In the class, I'll tell you the dynamics, right? Indo-US ties for sure will come in the background of Indo-Russia, Indo-China. Now, in the class, quickly I'm going to tell you the way our ties has evolved. Already might be you will be aware, so it will be a kind of quick revision. We all know that Indo-US ties were not cordial till Cold War, right? We ended on the opposite side. We were pursuing non-alignment, okay? And we decided to keep superpowers at arm's length, but our non-aligned movement was seen by the US leadership as a kind of alignment with Russia or Soviet at that time, or it was non-aligned movement was a team B of Soviet, where who is one of the leader? India, which was seen by US that India is trying to challenge US. Nuances and the dynamics of Indo-US change post-90s. India liberalized its economy. That Cold War was over. India wanted to integrate with the global economy. India started looking towards the best of the technology. Rise of Indian diaspora in US, right? Meanwhile, US wanted to now contain China. Soviet was no more, right? With time, China's hegemony is on rise. And under Obama administration, US started pursuing the pivot to Asia strategy. So you should be aware of this terminology, what pivot to Asia is, what US wants to achieve through this. Before, India has a marked constraint or is estrangement. Do you agree with the view US of late willing to treat India as a partner rather than merely as a camp follower? How will going to justify this? Right now, recently US has said that India is the closest defense ally. India is the closest defense partner outside in NATO. India is a important member for US under Quad. Under US, Asia pivot strategy, and US is increasing its presence in Asia Pacific, and US is using the word Indo-Pacific for Asia Pacific, clearly reflect US increased desire to look towards India as a partner. But despite strengthening of our defense ties with US, do we have hiccups? Do we have challenges in our defense engagement? Are we ready to hyphenate towards US? How will justify with examples? No, we are not. We still try to de-hyphenate between US, Russia, US, China. What kind of strategy we want to pursue? And recently the word congagement is in the news. What exactly it means? Where we're going to use this? How to conclude answers? How to start your answers? All these things will be the part of our crash course program. Okay, so those who are going for mains this year, those who are looking to improve their score in your PSIR optional paper, and those who wants to keep their continuity intact, okay, regarding your UPSC preparation, okay, for all of them this crash course is open, right? And we are starting it from 13th of June. And so in the last, again I just want to remind you, do not be too concerned, too anxious about your pre-score. And if you want to continue your preparation, anyhow you have to prepare for your mains, and these months are the ideal time to work on your mains. This crash course will be in the both offline and online mode. Those who are in Delhi ORN, they can come and join the classroom crash course, and those who can't come for the offline class, they can join online, and the classes will be in the both offline online mode. And you can submit those who will join offline, they can come to the center and write their test, and those who will join online, they can write their answers, scan it and send to us. Start preparing for mains, and the students who have already written and looking forward to improve their marks of your optional paper can take the advantage of this particular crash course. Okay, so wishing you all best of luck, best wishes, don't be too anxious, and we are always a call away for any kind of discussions and confusions. Best wishes, bye, take care.